Welcome to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where it's a new year. So it could be a new you, a new us, a new of everyone. What comes normally with a new year? New Year's resolution. So I've been seeing a couple of them from the OPB squad, and the latest one with BJ Kick, I ended up doing it myself to be able to see what he ends up going. Visit Comics Are Dope, and that'll be one of his newer videos that he ends up having. However, there's 3 different places that we could end up focusing for our resolutions. But before we end up doing that, let's break down the specifics of what we're going to be covering over on this channel. So we're mainly going to dive into 2 different categories. We're going to dive into the Magic the Gathering world and comics. So with Magic the Gathering, we're going to niche down over into Commander/EDH. It means we're still going to have pack openings and a few other things as well. In the comic book world, that means we're going to be niching down into Omnibus and stuff like that. But you'll also end up having our haul videos and maybe a couple of little bits that's coming down the pipeline. If that's something you're interested in, hit that little subscribe button to be able to see whenever we come out with new content. Alright. Also, if you end up shopping for books, go to organicpricebooks.com. Use the code FifthofJack at checkout to save $2 off your order. If you have 4 or more books, you can use a Fifth of Jack, ship it together to save 5% off your entire order. Alright, with that business being settled, let's dive into what our New Year's resolutions are going to be over. Like I said, I have 3 different categories. The first category is going to be the personal section. So it's going to be something that's me personally that I'm going to be looking forward to. I want to avoid FOMO. Or what is FOMO? FOMO is the fear of missing out. That's going to be like in the comic book world, where it's going to be missing on the story, missing on this reprint, or something like that. I have a couple cases that you can end up seeing right over here with. So I caught the FOMO bug pretty hardcore, especially when it came to The Boys. This was something I wanted to try picking up, and I picked up all 3 different volumes, but I didn't need to be in such a rush. I figured with this being a independent publisher that once it goes out of print, it's out. But that didn't end up happening. Matter of fact, I probably could have saved a little bit more money if I ended up waiting. Second case would be Savage Avengers. I have read this in the single issues, so there was no big reason for a timeline with it. However, with Marvel losing Conan, the chances of this being reprinted was not likely. So I ended up jumping over onto the bandwagon and picked up a copy of it. Did I need it? No. Did I love the story enough to pick it up or to double dip? I would say no, but I was scared to be losing the chance to be able to pick this up. That's a couple cases over in the comic book world that FOMO did get me. In Magic, there's a couple commanders that I pick up or some pieces and all that, but that's nothing big. So with this year, I'm hoping on dodging that FOMO bug as much as I can. I also want to cut down on the single issues. So I'm still getting an ongoing series, and there's a couple of them that I want to keep on going for sure, such as Moon Knight, Transformers by Skybound, also the up and coming of Thundercats by Dynamite. However, I do want to keep it down to a smaller amount because if I'm not reading them, I start getting the backlog. Backlog just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I want to make it eventually where I have no backlog, and I'm really looking forward to reading those single issues. The third one, and I would honestly say is one of the more important ones for myself, is I would like to become a more successful content creator. Or a couple goals that I would like to end up working with. To be able, or there's a couple goals that I would like to achieve. I would like to achieve to become more of a member of the Organic Price Books squad, or the OPB squad. I'm kind of on the outside looking in because I do help out with them. I also do the Whatnot with David, which is awesome. But I would also like to be able to be joining them over with live streams, be helping out and doing stuff like that. And another big one that's with the comic books is the last couple of years I saw that Near Mint Condition was having out a year-end top story collaboration with a bunch of YouTubers. I would like to be a part of that collaboration. So if that can end up happening, that would be another goal that we can end up achieving. For the Magic side, it would be becoming an ambassador of Magic. How that would end up helping, that would end up helping out. I'll be able to have more content. I'll also be able to help have more giveaways, be able to share stuff, and achieving a nice goal with Magic the Gathering. Fourth and final personal goal is to put a dent in these stacks of shame. Stacks of shame are books that I haven't read that's in the library. We have a huge one, or a huge amount of books that I haven't read. 10 to 15% of the collection as a whole. We've got to change that with this year. Later on, we'll end up seeing where another goal is going to be able to help us out with that entire process. Going into the second part, we have goals for the channel. So we got a couple content goals that we're going to be having. That's kind of a nice, easy way that we can end up having it. We're going to plan on doing more book reviews and deck techs. The book reviews are going to be able to help us tackle these shelves of shame that we end up having. So we're hoping to at least do one book review a month. Might be more, depends on how much I end up reading. And also one deck tech a month. Maybe more. And we might end up doing some fun live streams where we actually build a deck with one another. It sounds like a lot of fun mechanic. So the third and final place that we're going to be able to have goals with is with you. Something that you and I can end up working together with. I would like for the channel to be able to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. How can we end up doing that? Well, you can end up liking, sharing, commenting down below. Any kind of engagement can end up helping it out. The second one is if you have any suggestions, either like different techniques or different things you've tried, certain content that we're not trying, give it a shot. Whatever you want, any kind of content, put it down in the comments down below, and we'll try to possibly make it happen. If you want us to bring back like Spicy Bits, where we ended up breaking down a character in a 60-second or less video, then let us know down in the comments down below. We'll also be looking at those. We'll be talking with you, and that'll be something that'll be greatly appreciated with that. So with those three different categories, how are we going to end up tracking it? So we're going to have two different videos that's going to be planned after this video. One mid-year to be able to see how on track we are to be able to get to our goals, and to see how we end up doing and what we need to work on, what's going over, and what do we add to the channel. And then we're finally, at the end of the year, we're going to do a follow-up and to see if we achieve those goals. If we ended up, how we did it, how well we did, or what we need to go back and look over and try changing around. Let us know down in the comments down below of what was your goals this year. So it's important to be able to say thank you for watching the videos. And if you have a chance, go over to Organic Price Books, pick up yourself a book or two, use the code of 5th of Jack, all spelled out right down over there. Or if you have 4 or more books, use the code of 5th of Jack, ship it together, all together in one word, and that'll save you 5% off your entire order. It helps you with a nice little discount, helps us because we get a little bit of kickback from OPB, and it helps OPB because they ended up getting your business. It's a win-win-win situation. It's a lot of winning. We love to win. So with that said, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video, and we'll be seeing you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.